Keep the Beat with Pete, and today it's about that time, and we're going to cover, different ways of practicing your timekeeping, which is the essence of being a drum set player. And sometimes nowadays people are playing with click tracks, so you need to practice with a metronome. But many times you are the timekeeper, and what you bring to the game is practicing and playing without a metronome. Okay, you're playing music with other musicians, and there's a lot of interaction going on. And many times between yourself and the bass player, they're looking for you to set that foundation. Okay, so I'm going to share with you some of the ways that I practiced it over the years, and I practiced with the metronome and without the metronome. And there's all kinds of debates on this and that and the other thing. But do you have to sound like a machine? No, nowadays they'll just take drum tracks that are quantized and just put them in, and then they don't need that at all. Can you play kind of like wandering around the time, a little bit behind, a little bit ahead? And no. So how do you get close? How do you get your body mechanics and your neuromuscular sensibilities to be hitting that groove? Now, in the old days with swing drummers, the sayings would be, oh, so-and-so is so great, he could swing you into bad health. That means he can lock that in, man, and just no matter what you're laying down, he's right there, and it's like, yeah, that's it. And same thing with funk drummers and soul drummers. You'll hear things like pocket and groove. Man, this guy is in the pocket. This is it. Yeah, but they're not a drum machine. They're just really so damn close and so locked in. So I want to share with you some of the ways that I practice this, and then we'll get into like what's going on in terms of the body mechanics. Now, I have an app on my phone called Tempo, and I have it set to 75. And the thing about this is you can coach yourself, so you can go 4 bars on, 4 bars off, 4 bars on, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 10. I'm just going to do 4 and 4. I have it set on 75, and just play a basic, like real basic soul funk, rock beat.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2, 3 and 4 and 3, 2, 3, 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 6 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 7 and 2 and 4 and 8, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2. Okay, so that's that. You can also cheat with this thing too, because there's some blue lights that'll light up. My eyes will close, and I'll tell you why they will close. But if you wanted to cheat, when it goes silent, you could just watch the lights. And that's second best level of training with it. Okay, and now let's see here. It's going to come back on, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4, 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 2, 3 and 4 and 6, 2, 3, 4 and 7, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay? If you take this slower, it's harder. I used to practice a lot of times at 40 and 50, and I still do sometimes when I really want to challenge myself. I'll play it at 40 with 4 on and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 off, just to see how far I'm wandering. Then you go 45, 50, 55. When you're playing quicker, once you have certain mechanics down, the timekeeping actually is a little bit easier. Slow is harder. I know, it's counterintuitive, but it really is, because there's more space in between the notes. Okay, so there's more chances for your body mechanics and everything to wander off. Okay, so when I was practicing with my eyes closed, I do the same thing with swing rhythms too. Okay, and I do the same things with my fills. Like I'll practice them, like say just straight eighth notes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1 and 2 and 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Now 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so in this case it was, after looping twice, it was cutting out for 8 bars. But I only have it set 4 and 4, so I have to go back and check my settings on that. But suffice to say this, if you set it 4 on and 4 off and you keep doing that and sequencing through, you get a really good pulse. Same thing with your swing beats, you know. 1 triplet, I mean, this is at 75 again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 3 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 3 triplet, 2 triplet, 4, 4, 2. There's back, so she's back. At least it sounds like a woman's voice. But anyway, that's what's going on. Now, what's happening in terms of why am I practicing with my eyes closed? Yeah, you can't play on the bandstand with your eyes closed. I mean, during your solo, if that's what you want to do, I don't know, you know, if you know you set that well. But when practicing with your eyes closed and counting out loud, I'm really locking in, and it's a method of practicing time. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Same thing with your funk beats, okay? I'm just making sure now that nobody calls me on this phone because I have the phone live and everything. Okay, so now, if you have your funk beats, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2, 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 4E and a 2E and a 3E. Now, why did I add the 16th note count? Because if I was playing quarter notes, I should count in eighth notes. If I'm playing eighth notes on my hat, I should count in 16th notes. It just, your voice is an instrument, and it's helping to regulate it. As your limbs also start working as a unit, you get 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 2E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 3E and a 2 and a 3 and a 4E and a 4E and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and a 2E and a 2. So that's how you can really regulate yourself. Over the years, I practiced this like a lot. More than maybe a lot of drummers would practice it. And whether I'm doing Latin thing, I'll try that. Whether I'm doing straight soul funk beats, whether I'm doing jazz beats, and definitely with my fills. 1, 2, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 3 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 4, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, And what are you doing? Well, you're also regulating your body motions. You start popping one of those notes in there a little bit quicker, as I often do because I'm playing on top of the beat a lot of times, then that shows up. And if it's a piece of music that needs you to be really on the beat, and you need your fill to just be so right there, that kind of practice does come in handy. And that's what rehearsal's all about. And that's how the band sort of structures and starts commenting on, hey, you know, you just landed a little early for us there, or a little later. Okay? So practice your most commonly used rhythms in this method with a metronome, without a metronome. You could use these different coaching software programs and everything they have now, 4 on, 4 off. Slower is more difficult. When I practice with my eyes closed and I'm counting out loud, because I'm using all the tools that I have. By closing my eyes, I'm really focusing in on my listening to myself, right? If you don't groove yourself, you're not grooving anyone else. And then I'm also hearing myself count, and I'm also using my other limbs if I need to. You should have, a lot of times I practice just to see if I can do it without my other limbs involved, but then add them, because the whole body is working to try to be a unit, right? And then if you're playing in quarters, count in eighths. If you're playing eighths, count in sixteenths. If you're playing eighth note triplets, that's fine. If you want to double that up, evenly, 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 evenly. So, you know, with you'd have 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, evenly, 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 1 triplet, 2 triplet, evenly, 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 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, evenly, evenly, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. And you know, do that and count out loud. Slower is more difficult, and it's oh, this is so tedious, Pete. Yes, but I'll tell you, if you can get this and start getting a pulse that sounds good to you, and I don't mean just like on a practice pad, but even on the whole set. Well, that means that you are arriving at the station rhythm, station timekeeper, and it's about that time. So for your new subscribers, welcome aboard. We do a lot of different things, getting into drum set mechanics, vocabulary, song repertoire, and then there's some entertainment. I do a lot of covers that I try to illustrate some feature of the cover that you may want to take away from it and say, oh, that helps you create the beat you keep. In this particular short segment, I'm just giving you some of my practice tips. Practice counting out loud with your eyes closed, not with the band. This is your practice. Practice slower is harder. Practice with a metronome and without a metronome. And then find one of these coaching software systems like 4 on, 4 off will be fine. But if you do 4 on and 6 or 8 or 10 off, sometimes when I torture myself, see how far off you wander, that's all. If you're still close and you've been 10 bars off, you had 4 bars on and 10 bars off, and you come back and you're pretty close to that, you're really pretty much there. You know, if it's a hair this way or the other, it could be just the way you took your breath. You're even regulating your your speech pattern. You might be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you're tired a little bit there. You might miss a breath, so you might come back a beat or two. If you're that close, you're fine. Now it's a matter of, are you hitting your instrument the right way and are you tuned properly? That's separate segments. Okay, it's about that time. Okay, and so slow, metronome on and off, coach, 4 on, 4 off, count out loud, eyes closed. This is your time practice session, and you need to really drive this thing home. I would say you got to do some of this every week, forever. It's never going to get that you're that locked in. You're going to be better if you do it a long period of time, and people are going to notice it, and they're going to want to play with you, and they're going to want to call you for gigs. That they're going to know. But It's not a thing that you dabble in, okay? And a lot of drummers, I think, take it for granted. So anyway, for you new subscribers, welcome aboard. For people that have been here for a while, thanks for watching. And remember, we're trying to help you create the beat you keep so that you're the guy that takes charge of this when there's a new arrangement, a new song, or there's a brand new band forming and they want somebody to lay it down. Peace out.